good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now Lawrence on first down. Screenplay, here's Etienne.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Lawrence on third down.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Charlie! Hey, Alpha!
Lawrence.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
In a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win now. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Towards the end zone for Brown.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Second and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw is Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jaguars are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
On 1st down, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. These two teams all tied after 1.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now Lawrence.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The Jaguars at 7-3 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position. And that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blowout out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Second and 10.
Throwing is Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Aluakai. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and the Jags are going to take possession of the football. So another interception for him on the year. He is making quite a splash in his rookie campaign.
Most linebackers feel they're lucky if they get 1 or 2 of these a year, because once you start getting to 3, 4, and 5, that's when you know you've got a special player and someone the quarterbacks have to account for.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
David Ajabo able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation, because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Looking to throw on second down. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Jackson in trouble, and he's taken down. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot, and here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
The improv act, they're good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a pickup of 6.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Let's go.
On first down, right back to Etienne. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
Open man is Kirk, complete. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Flushed out right.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Odafe Owe in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Hey, exit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Eluding the pressure right.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Jackson on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Only took him 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up even more big plays.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Hey, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Jackson.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Tucker with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Ravens 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Pardon, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw. Finding ETN here, catching it on the out route.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
But to throw again is Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Zay Jones,
as the first half is winding down.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
DeJuan Smoot getting in there, recording the sack.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson.
Got his man. It's Bo Melton.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Hey, Haywood!
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Jackson, options out left.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? When you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Jackson.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Jaguars will take over here just shy of the 30. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 30 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Lawrence.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third call.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Let's go.
Throwing again here, it's Lawrence.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
David Ajabo able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Lawrence.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Hey, box up.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end.
And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
4th down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Again, Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jags will take over here just shy of the 30. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30.
They'll look to ETN to start things out.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
Lawrence will throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Hey, two. Hey, one, two.
Now Lawrence.
Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. If they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
The throw over the middle taken in.
And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Furlasade and Oregon. And the Jaguars are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. It was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jags, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Q-Bone staying with the list. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down. Universal sound when we move the pound. Take a look around when we touch the town. Not the way stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suck fools. Had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more. In the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together. Now we